So I've started packing up to move house, and if you want to know my 3 best tips before you actually start to move, then stick with me because this video is for you. And also stick around to the end of the video because I'm going to give you a couple of little bonus tips as well. I started packing up a couple of weeks ago and I still don't know where I'm going to be living yet. I know the area, but I'm not quite sure of the property. But I'm going to take you through my 3 best tips before you actually start your move. So the first thing I'm going to say to you is start packing early. If I'm going to get this move done, working with a full-time job and sort of living with a life-limiting illness or condition, I'm going to have to do this really gradually. I can't leave it till the week before and just start packing. So start early, start packing a few boxes now. Even if you don't have anywhere to live, start packing a few boxes. Do a little bit every day. That's a good thing to do. That's the thing I'm doing, is I'm doing a little bit every day. What I've done so far, this is my craft corner. And so it was easy for me to start packing up some of the craft stuff because some of it, I'm not using it every day. And then my next tip is to save packing boxes. So one of the things that I've done is when I've had deliveries, I've kept a couple of packing boxes, not too many, because I find that if I keep loads and loads of packing boxes, then I've got nowhere to keep them. But I've kept several. I'll show you which ones I've kept and why I've kept them and what I've put in them. So what I've done up to now is, with some of the boxes that I've had stored in the little bedroom, I've used for packing. So I've packed some things up in this Amazon box here. And there's another box down there. I think that was a muscle food box that I had. So yeah, I've started to pack using boxes that I already had in the house. The other thing I used, which ordinarily would have just been thrown away, I think, were these boxes that I got flowers in. So when I wasn't very well and I'd had my surgery, I got lots of flowers sent, which was absolutely lovely. So I kept the boxes. I was going to do some crafting with them actually, but I've used them for packing. So they've housed some of my craft stuff, which is brilliant. I've kept a box down here. It's got no lid, so I can't really use it for packing up. But I'm kind of using it for transitioning things across to charity shops and stuff. So I'm keeping a hold of that because I am getting rid of some stuff that I don't use. And then my third tip is what I call the 3 Bs. And the 3 Bs are to buy, borrow and beg. And what I mean by that is buy some things like packing boxes. So I bought from Amazon some packing boxes, which I will show you. I have borrowed some things to pack with. So I borrowed some bags from someone and I'll probably return those at the end of the move. And I've asked for people to save me newspapers, to save me any bubble wrap or anything like that, to save me anything they've got that will help me to keep my goods safe while I make this move. So they're my 3 Bs. I ordered these packing boxes off Amazon. I can't remember how much they were. I will get onto my Amazon account and have a look and see how much I paid for them. I probably paid about 15 or 16 quid and I think there was 20 in there. Don't know how good they are. I can't remember whether I've used that kind before, but I've ordered off Amazon before and everything's been fine. And what I like about them is that they're on somewhere, and I'm not quite sure whether it's on this side or the other side. Yes, so you can see it's got contents written on there, and you can write in the contents box what's in the box, so that when you come to move, you know what stuff you've got in there. Let me show you something else that I got. I'm not sure I was very impressed with this. So if you can see there, I've got some of my cups and pottery and stuff wrapped up, and they are these. They're cardboard or paper alternatives to bubble wrap. And I'm not very good at judging sizes on the internet, so when they came I did expect them to be a bit bigger, but they'll just about wrap a glass or a cup, you know, or something small. I don't know whether I can show you. If I have a look in this drawer, I've got glasses. That's quite a small one. I was hoping to have a tumbler. I mean, it doesn't quite fit. It doesn't fit a pint glass. That would not wrap that securely because it wouldn't meet the top. It would wrap this sort of, it's a Bailey's Irish cream glass. It would do that. It would wrap a Bailey's glass quite well. So, and then obviously I would just shove the top of that in there, but I'll do that later. I'm not going to do it on camera. So it was £5 odd, and I can't remember how many sheets I got, probably about 100 sheets. And I wouldn't order it again because of the size of it, because it's a bit too small to do anything other than the sort of the little bits and pieces. And I don't really trust it for things like this, which is my nice glassware. So they're quite delicate and I don't want to really break them. And then what else did I get? Oh yes, I got a roll. I haven't tried this yet, but I did think it was reasonable value. A roll of packing paper. I think I got that from our local post office. 6 meters, not bad. So I'm looking forward to trying that. And then the other thing that I've got, which I'll have to pull out, are these vacuum packs. Just bear with me. So my good neighbour downstairs has given me a number of these vacuum packs. And what you do is you put your stuff in. So like your blankets and your coats and things. And you put your hoover on there when it's all sealed up, and it sucks the air out and it packs them down really small. So I'm going to do that. The problem I've got in this little flat is because it's tiny, I've not got anywhere to store my boxes while I'm waiting to move, and I'm not ready to move yet. I'm just really in the early days of packing up. So one of the things I'm doing is I've cleared out these drawers. So these drawers here on this side have all been cleared out, and these drawers will get cleared out, so that'll give me that space there as a stacking area once I get it tidied up, so that when I've packed a box they can be stacked there, and I won't need to get in and out of the drawers, because otherwise I'm going to be living with boxes around me and that will drive me nuts. So that's what I'm doing. So this afternoon I'm going to carry on packing up the contents of this drawer, I think, which is glasses. So I'm packing away the things I don't need, and really I don't have a lot of guests coming, so I don't really need any of that. I mean, really I should get rid of it, but some of it is stuff that I really love. Trifle dishes and things, well, I've rarely used them. Pint glasses I don't drink anymore. Anyway, you never know when you're going to get a guest, do you, and they want a beer. So I'm going to start packing some of that up. I just only need, you know, 1 or 2 things leaving out for me to use over the next few weeks. So that's my job for this afternoon, I think. Using some of these wraps and some of that brown paper. I'll get some of that packed up. My neighbour's also given me a little bit of bubble wrap as well. So that's good. So being a seasoned mover, these are the 3 things I'd do now if I were you and was about to move right away, before I even started looking at a property. Now I have a couple of other little bonus tips for you. So here's the thing, when you're packing up glasses, so this box is full of glass. This was my job for this afternoon, to empty the glass out of this drawer. That drawer's now empty. So I've wrapped all the glass, and it's all wrapped in bubble wrap. You can see, let me just get one for you to see. That one you can see is all wrapped in bubble wrap now. Just for an extra bit of security in this box, I've made sure the top isn't too packed, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pack the top with a couple of tea towels, just to give it an extra little bit of security on the top. The bottom is packed with an extra bit of cardboard, because what I found, well, I have never had anything broken, touch wood. I've always, you know, had good experiences with moving, but I just think if you've got things that are very breakable, just to pack it in with things like your tea towels and your blankets or your bedding, because they've got to be moved anyway, haven't they? So you might as well just use the softer things as the extra padding. And I've topped this box off with a little bit of cardboard, just the pizza box that I had my tea in last night. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to close all this and seal it down. So what I do when I'm sealing the box is, I don't know if you can see, I have sealed the edges there, that because sometimes this tape doesn't always stick very well, and I've put lots of layers of tape on, and I may even finish it off with just some extra layers. I just think that's really important. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to find where the labelling is, and I'm going to write on it. In fact, sometimes I write just anywhere on the box. I might write on the top. So I write what it is, and I write the room that it's destined for. So when the movers come, they can just see where it's going to go. It's just much easier when you unpack, then you haven't got all the boxes to lump about after you've finished. So you can see there, I've written what it is. So it's glasses. It's fragile, so the movers know not to be rough with it or sort of bang it down or anything like that. And probably what I'll do when it comes to moving day is I'll keep the fragile things to one side and just say those are fragile, and then where it belongs, which is in the kitchen. So that's all labelled and ready. One box down, hundreds to go. And when I stack this box, because I'm stacking lots of boxes into this corner while I'm packing up, because I'm not moving straight away, I haven't even got anywhere to live yet, and you know, it will be a few weeks, maybe months. I'm going to stack them 3 or 4 boxes high there, and I don't want my glasses on the bottom, so that box, as things get packed, that box will come up, and the glasses will always stack on top, just to make sure they've not got any undue pressure on them, just in case they get squashed down. So that's my 3 best tips, my advice for if you're moving home, really for before you start to move, before you even find the property of your dreams. That's what I would suggest you do. So we're talking about starting packing really early, even if you don't know where you're going to live yet. Save packing items, so boxes, empty packaging and things like that, as much as you can for when you do start to pack. And then my 3 B's, which is buy, borrow and beg. And then my bonus tips, I hope you like them, things like making sure you pack your breakable items with some of your softer things like your tea towels or your bath towels or whatever. That always helps. You could do things like wrap shampoos and things in towels, so that you know that there's less chance of them getting punctured and squashed if you've got things like that to transport. Making sure you label your boxes correctly, that's really important. And making sure that if you stack your boxes like I have to, because I've got small space, that your boxes are all stacked with your breakables on top, so that they're not going to get sort of lots of weight on top of them, which would make it more likely that they'll get damaged, I guess. So let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know if you've got any tips of your own. That will be really helpful. Let me know where you are in your moving journey, whether you've started packing yet, whether you've found somewhere to live. I'm really interested to hear that and have a conversation with you about those things. It's an exciting time, isn't it? It can be exciting and it can be stressful. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.